Dude, what is up, man? John, how are you doing?
It's been a minute, man. I'm doing all right. A little beat up tonight, but I'm doing all right. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. This is the first time I think we've kind of chatted face to face since before the hurricane.
Yeah, definitely.
Good to see that you're not all. I was expecting like an eye patch and maybe some tribal address and stuff.
Not yet. Hey, where's Grant? Oh,
what was Grant today? I thought
he was tired of his YouTube crap and said, "That's it, folks. I'm freaking out of here."
Oh, Grant needed a day off. He's out there. What is that he's doing? I didn't get the full
what are they
message.
called? The tubes that they garden in. What are those called? Tunnels or whatever. That they garden. Yeah. He's at the university near there. They're doing a big, I guess, classes on farming techniques and all that, and he's sitting in on that. He'll explain that to us when he's here next week, but it's pretty exciting stuff. And he's got some exciting. If you follow Grant on Facebook, you've seen some exciting pictures and stuff, and we'll see some more tonight if you didn't see those on Facebook. So
actually,
it's all good stuff. He's out tonight for a good cause.
This is I'm going to go ahead and pull that up so that everybody can see. This is where Grant. This is not necessarily good. This is what Grant's been doing. Well,
yeah.
That's his new land.
Yep. So he's got there's a farmer that has a lease right there he's growing beans, and I guess this is his last year, and Grant's taking it because he bought the property. And those happen to be hopping around Grant's property right now. So you think he's
it's a problem that he has to fix.
Yeah. He's trying to figure out where to put the blind and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're seriously like tearing up that farmer's his crops, all of his beans, and there's nothing he can do about it. Like I'm sure that if there was something he could, he would.
I'd feel bad, but I don't know. I'd be excited to see them deer there. Molotov, how you doing? Good to see you, Ben. Pan, JNC, No Limits. If those guys are still in the house.
Ah, dude, yeah. So. What's up? You're doing JNC No Limit TV? So, is my understanding your guys going hard on TikTok, or are you still gonna be doing YouTube also? JNC is one of our old original OG guys. Yep. He's probably in his 60s now.
They're the first ones I ever saw on YouTube live while they're fishing. And I was like, that was just amazing. I was drawn to that. That was awesome.
So he's going heavy into the TikTok. That's what I thought. What's your @ on TikTok so we can share it here?
Oh, yeah.
I think everybody here, correct me if I'm wrong, is there a single person here who does not need another amazing channel to subscribe to on TikTok?
Yep, true.
And while we're at it, it's been a couple of weeks, guys. So what have y'all been up to? What have we missed out on last week thanks to Hurricane Beryl knocking out the power around here? You got to play a little catch up.
I know Ben's been posting some stuff about the old power company and all that stuff. We'll let him fill us in.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, they've had some issues down his way. Up here in Santa, we actually have gotten some rain. Nothing to do with that storm. Right, we've gotten rain like 3 or 4 days in the last 5 or 6 days, which is nice because we're under extreme drought. So that helps. But other than that, it's back to hot and humid here now. We're back in like near 100 degrees with real high humidity, so miserable. Don't hate on me, but I don't have a TikTok account. Wow. You're so old, Ben.
Ben, I've experimented with it. I've played with it, kind of experimented, and I've worked with people with the Tube Buddy stuff that we do, done that whole 9 yards. But I'm not gonna lie, like TikTok is not my thing. I can't do it.
I enjoy it. I enjoy watching. I don't do a lot of videos. I was when I was doing a lot of updates on the boat, but other than that, I do enjoy watching some of the TikTok.
It's interesting. It's different. I kind of lean more like I've got YouTube. I'll just do YouTube shorts I really try to avoid the short form vertical format content in general, just because like if I'm doing that, I'll do it for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But if I do it for anything longer than that, I really feel like, man, I should be doing something a little bit more productive with my time. I have a much easier time. I don't feel as guilty about just sitting on the couch and throwing on an A&J Outdoors video, or somebody else like a Grant Mag. Like, I don't mind anybody here. Well, you guys don't see me doing a whole lot of comments on videos, and it's not because I'm not watching. It's because I sit down on the couch and I hit play to all of my subscriptions feed, and I just let it roll through the TV.
Nice. So,
yeah, I feel a lot less guilty doing that than I do just like swiping through a bunch of shorter videos.
Played tour guide for family visiting. I know how that is. We don't ever go to the Riverwalk here in San Antonio unless we have family in town that wants to go to the Riverwalk. And then kid got sick. That's never good. Say, JNC. Did the hurricane mess up fishing? I don't really think it did much. At least in our area. Over towards Houston and Galveston and that area, I guess, it probably messed it up. What was it, Freeport or something like that? That area over there got messed up, but I don't think it did much for us, did it?
No, actually, you know what? I don't know if I can add this immediately. I completely forgot, but my dad, my brother, and everybody on Friday, they all got to go out offshore fishing. They hit up Snapper, and I did not get to make that trip. I'm still kind of depressed about it. They did just fine. So well, I think it's probably hard there with heavy surf for a couple of days, but it didn't knock out anything outstanding. Just makes it more difficult.
Mark J, good to see you. Yeah, Ben. So Ben's saying they're not putting their best foot forward. The electric company over there, and him and a lot of people have been calling him out. So they went from center point to center pointless. Ouch. Now, Ben, so do you have power now, or are you still without power?
No way, really? I didn't know that, Ben. I'm sorry. I'm not up to date. The whole lack of social media thing.
Oh, yeah. There were a lot of people without power for a long period of time. And
I knew that. I know that some still aren't.
And last Tuesday, if you all realize or not, we didn't have a show. And it was because we had no internet, right? I didn't have internet. Stanley didn't have internet because Spectrum, which is a large internet provider here in Texas, was completely down, and they blamed a another group that they pay a contract type group that's not their people or their stuff, went down in Houston. And it was because of the hurricane. So it was days after the hurricane. So I don't know what really happened there, but that's the whole reason we didn't have a show last week, is just we couldn't get online.
I was literally in the middle of setting the whole thing up, and my computers went done.
Freaking Houston. Sorry,
hey,
you live over there.
Wild Japan says I should add Riverwalk to the list of places to take my wife if we visit Texas next fall.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be a spot on your way down to Padre Island.
Yeah, definitely do a Riverwalk.
I said definitely do Padre Island. I'm going to put Padre Island higher than Riverwalk.
Good drink. Oh, yeah, Padre Island. That's a given.
It's like an extra hour and a half away.
Yeah, 2. Definitely a given, depending on how fast you're off. One friend in the north, what do you say? I'm Ben. One friend in the north, but some Conroe still have no power today. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's been over a week, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It's going to be a madhouse if that sticks up. And I bet you know how it is. They just had a storm. They had all of this rain, flooding, and now no power, so there's no AC. So you've got to have windows open. You've got to have doors open. You've got to have, all of these other things going on. And right now, I bet you there are a ton of like dove-sized mosquitoes flying around.
I was going to say the same thing. Giant mosquitoes. Hey, Molotov. Yeah, that snowstorm, the funny story about that was a few years ago. We me and Audrey got invited by her uncle. Her uncle and aunt went to Florida to the Keys and rented a place down there and said, "Hey, come on down for a while and hang out with us." This is whenever the snowstorm was. I think it was January or February of that year. And we said, "Sure." And we flew there. And then after we got there, this storm hit San Antonio and crippled the whole area. And we're in the Keys, Florida Keys, just chilling. So that worked out well for us.
That, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that snowstorm is the first or the second video that I actually posted on my channel. Like, I was filming that snowstorm, and I don't remember if it was the first video that I did, but it was either the first or the second, practicing to like get ready for YouTube.
Road flood. They got a carp in the middle of the road. Cool.
Yeah, dude, I caught a sea turtle in the middle of the road a couple years ago.
Nice.
I had to go turn it in. You know, he's beat up and just tired, floating down the middle of the road out to the beach. And so he's exhausted. And I was like, that I felt so bad for him. So I picked him up. I've dealt with these guys before, so I knew this was going to happen. I put him in the bed of the truck, and I drove him 1 block to the sea turtle rescue place. Literally could see it from where he was lufting down the river.
They were mad at
the road. And yeah, the guy met me. I didn't even get to pull into the parking lot. He met me on the road and chewed me out for touching that sea turtle.
Yeah.
They get really picky about those guys.
Yeah, they're more protected than the red snapper.
Yeah, really, yeah, they are. And I told him, I explained, like, I used to be a scuba diver for the Texas State Aquarium. I told him, man, I have worked with sea turtles. By the way, funny side note on that, it requires a higher level of clearance to work with the sea turtles than it does the sharks at the Texas State Aquarium. You have to have protection going into the turtle tank. The sharks are smart enough to be like, you feed us, we're good. Turtles do not care. And a 150-pound turtle will come take a bite out of you just because he's curious.
Ooh, damn.
So, yeah, I had to explain to him, like, dude, I've worked with turtles. It's all good. You're all right. And he did not care. It did not matter to him. He was just, I touched a turtle, and that was it. That's the sin.
I haven't been up to a lot. Grandkid hanging around. She's here tonight and doing some work on the boat, narrowing down some issues. Big issue right now is just getting the steering right, and I've taken several steps to do that. It's not done yet, but I'm getting close. So that's nice. And I got a couple more things I want to work out. I also, I stored it at a place down there. You know where I stored it, Stanley. Your uncle stores his boat there. They damaged a couple things on my boat, and so
oh, really?
A little disappointed about that. Yeah, I got
a forklift issue.
Huh?
I'm going to throw a dart and guess that it's a forklift issue that caused.
I'm assuming that because on the bottom of the hole, there's a scrape that goes all the way through the gel coat to the fiberglass. Oh. If you look on my trailer, there's nowhere that part of the boat can touch the trailer, and I've never grounded that boat. So that's one. And then the first one I noticed actually a while back was, the decals I have on the side. One side, there's a tear in the decal. So that one is a big deal. But the scrape on the bottom, something I got to repair coming out of my pocket. So I was surprised. I didn't think they would be that rough with stuff. But yeah.
I don't even think it's rough. I think it's lack of forklift training. Because I'm not going to say I haven't seen that, but I've seen that forklift, and I know that I spent a few years working with forklifts, so like that. That thing is a mega forklift, and I would be nervous behind the wheel. So,
well, they didn't have something padded right because it tore it up. Mark's asking where's Grant. He missed the start of the show, so Grant quit. He's decided he doesn't like any of you guys anymore. He doesn't want to hear about. No, I'm kidding. He's out with some kind of project where they're researching high tunnels. That's what it's called, Stanley, high tunnels, for his farming operation. And so he's missing tonight because there's some university up there he's sitting in with to learn this stuff, which is awesome because that picture Stanley just posted, that was on his property. If you don't follow him on Facebook. So he gets a pass from the live tonight to take care of business, so that we can all go up there and enjoy his property and shoot all his deer.
Which is what that's the picture that he sent, if you hadn't seen it already.
Yeah.
That's the
I'm
new
getting
Randy's
one
guy.
second from the left now.
Grant has his garden and likes his parsnips more than people. And I don't blame him.
Me either. I don't like many people either, so I understand it.
Excellent question. Maltov, can I take Grant's spot? Yes, you absolutely can. We do have a request on that, and this is an open deal. It's kind of an open advertisement. That since you go in ahead and open the conversation, anybody, if you have something special coming up, we want to be a part of that. We want to help promote that and help you do what you do. So what we do ask is that, we don't want to just like have people influxing in for like no reason. We want to, like, if you have something special coming up, we want to blow that up. We want to make it a special occasion. If you have something like a video that you're super proud of that you're working on, Malta, if you go out and you have an awesome fishing trip, like I've seen you've been catching some good stuff lately. You have something special, bring it to us and let us know in advance.
Yeah.
It is super, super hard. And I'm not going to lie. It is super, super sketchy trying to pull somebody out of the chat. We've been burned by that in the past. So we don't really like to make a habit out of doing that. It's just not worth doing it. But get a hold of us in advance and let us know the special thing that you got forward so that we can help you, because we want to help, promote the thing it is that you're doing.
Yeah, we've got down in the description below, there's links. Our webpage has email contact to all three of us. There's even a spot there that says, hey, you want to be a guest? Click here, and it's an email address. Just email one of us and say, hey, I'd like to come on, and we want guests. We want to have a guest on here whenever we can that talk about something interesting, what they're doing in their area. So yeah, definitely any of you out there, if you want to be a guest on the show sometime, or be a guest again for some of you that have been guests already, throw an email to one of us and we'll set it up.
Yeah, absolutely. DM on Discord or, so you guys know who you are. Send us a text message or whatever, Facebook Messenger.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. We're not picky about how you get a hold of us. Just let us know.
Not at all.
Sup, Gunpoint? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. I love this guy. He gets on my case more than anybody else. Whenever we have a live stream that goes down, like last week, I have to report to Gunpoint because he's the one that's going to call me out, and I have to have like my excuse properly planned out and ready to go for him.
Yeah, but he was late tonight, so I don't know, man.
Oh, burn. You had that coming, buddy. And yes, you absolutely need to make a fishing video. If you're traveling 6 miles on bike to a pond to go do some fishing, that is a video that I would like to see.
Me too.
That sounds like an interesting. I want to know the entire journey. Like, you better, if it's 6 miles on your bike, that means it's going to take you, 20, 30 minutes to make that ride. So like every 5 minutes, I want you to like turn the phone on and record yourself. Like, okay, I'm a mile in now. This is what I'm experiencing. I want the whole thing.
I don't remember that, but if you were kicked out of the stream, I'm sure it was Stanley that did it.
You deserved it, I'm sure. No, I bet it was Steve.
No, yeah,
Steve was the one.
Steve was a bumpy old dude back then. I've taken that role on now, but yeah, that's right. Late Point Lump.
He says, to be fair, the live stream starts at the same time. I get off work, so I got to drive home before I can watch. Man, been there, done that. Yeah.
I'm need to change your work schedule or get a different job, bud. You got to be here when we start.
What kind of job are you working that they don't let you like watch this? Come on, man. You got to have priorities in life, sir. Hey, it's that time. We need to talk. We have a fun conversation we need to jump into. I'm very curious. I really want to get into this because I find this hilarious, and all kinds of things. But apparently, this is like real. This is actual news. This is a thing that's happening. So, lab-grown meat has been cleared for sale in the United States. This is a thing that's actually happening here. I want to know what your thoughts are on this.
Here's my thing. I didn't research any of this. You know the details, I don't. But is it real meat? Like, did they take an embryo and, impregnate a chicken or whatever and grew a chicken that's still a chicken, maybe it's not a big deal, or is it like fake meat, like the vegans do, and try to call it meat? That's what is that?
That's a hell of. We should have run a poll on this. I wish we'd have had that discussion prior, because I personally kind of feel like vegan meat, like soy-based products, I kind of feel like I would prefer that to this. What this is where they actually take a cell and they grow it in a petri dish under, I don't know, radioactive conditions or something. I'm being dramatic. That's not what it is, but it's something to that. They're actually growing cells to create a muscle that, and the thing is, they've been doing that. That's not terribly outstanding. What's outstanding is that they have actually grown it to the point where they can efficiently mass produce meat and sell it. I mean, it's cultured meat.
Cultured meat, lab grown chicken.
Saltwater 24/7. What's up, man?
All right, so here's my response to the whole thing. I'll sum it up, and then you all can discuss. No. But if it were end of times and there were zombies and all that shit and everything was gone that we could eat, then yes, I'll eat that stuff. But short of that, no thank you.
Okay, so this is a fun one. Yeah, so Molotov, dude, I'd be curious, man. God, I wish we'd have had more of a discussion about this beforehand. Now, so yeah, if you're Muslim, I don't know if you are that. I don't know what the rule is on that. It's kosher, right? So yes,
it's not pork. So
I don't know if you can count it as technically alive. I mean, it does kind of rewrite the books on what's alive or what's not. It does reproduce. It does consume nutrients. It does require oxygen. So yes, technically it was alive.
Maybe give a link click.
Oh no, you don't need to do that, man. I got all the pictures here. You don't need to look it up on CNN.
Thank you for helping CNN. I'm sure they appreciate it. Right. Mark says no thanks. I'll stay with elk and deer. I don't blame you,
dude. And the whole purpose for this, the reason they do is they say it's a greener source of meat because it doesn't create as much methane and it doesn't require
no farting cows and all.
Yeah, all the green.
Can they make Wagyu level brisket in a lab?
Not yet. No, and they say that one of the I'm going to quote a 30 Rock joke, but one of the issues with this is that it inherently has like this taste of sadness and despair. It's like a side afternote.
Has a taste of what?
Sadness and despair.
I'm sure that's what they said.
That laugh, John, that made my day. That's the best laugh I got out of you in a while.
Wow. All right, so at what point? Let's not say who would eat this. They're like, oh, I'm not going to eat that.
I don't want to eat that.
At what point would you eat it? At what point would this world have to come to where you would eat that or face starvation? Is that the point? Like, if I don't eat it, I will die. Is that the point?
You know what? Okay. Here's my 2 cents on this. And I know I'm going to give myself like I'm going to give myself like the hot take thing on this. So, there's no way I can say this without people thinking that I am just disgusting, and that's fine. I would eat it. I do not want, I'm not going to the store and I'm not purchasing this. But in your scenario where we're talking about like end of the world, at what point am I going to, what life and death point am I going to eat this? I put this on the same level as like roach meat. Like if you've seen, what's that movie called? You guys know what I'm talking about? The Snowpiercer, the train movie, where they have it's a post-apocalyptic train. They're traveling the world on a train because that's the only way to survive. One of the cars of the train, all they do is they harvest roaches. They grind them up in protein bars. And I think that's gross and disgusting. I don't want to have anything to do with that. But I put ground roach protein bars right at about the same level as I put this, which neither one of them is the absolute I'm not doing.
Whichever one tastes better is the one I'd try, I guess. Now that's a good question. Gunpoint. Would you try it if it's from an animal that is normally illegal to harvest, like
It's not really the animal though.
the Jewfish, the giant. They get the cell from the Jewfish, and then they grow one.
No,
I'm
not buying. No, because if I want to eat, I want to eat
but
fish.
dolphin.
I want to eat dolphin. They're both on my bucket list. But it doesn't count if it's grown in a lab. It's not the same thing. I want the free-range dolphin.
Man, you're so hard to please. Lived in
It's
Iraq
about
for
the
a year. He said
delicacy of
he'll
it.
eat
Keep us up,
anything.
man. Dolphin meat.
Will eat anything. Has probably eaten anything too. I understand that.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. That Jewfish, one of the reasons why I'm sure they taste the way that they do is because those guys eat crabs. You know what else eats crabs? Pompano, sheep's head.
Yep.
Like all these amazing tasting fish, they eat crabs. There's a reason they taste the way they do.
That's a good comment too. I would probably like, hey, we got some cut up here. Try a taste and see what you think. Maybe taste it just to see.
I think tasting and eating are two different things. Like it's one thing to say, like I'll taste it. I'll taste your roach bark.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm sure you will.
Do I want
one for you?
Do I want this guy in my fridge? Absolutely not. And I'm not paying for that. Like I'm not going to Walmart. I presume this is not being sold at HEB. This seems like more of a Walmart product.
Yeah, if that's sitting right next to real chicken or real beef, then yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So lab grown chicken or yard fresh possum?
I have never had possum.
Mm-hmm.
I have eaten other rodent type animals like squirrels.
I've had hamburgers in Mexico, so that's like God knows.
Put them side by side and let me taste them. I might eat the possum.
That's really interesting. John is like a really hard person. I've tried to experiment with foods with him before, and he's not one that's easily sold. When we were all doing the 1,000 subscriber thing for reference, we had Darren's Northern Life who ate a goldfish or a worm. I think Grant ate a worm. Yeah. Darren ate a goldfish. He ate a goldfish. I ate a jellyfish. And what did you eat? What was your thing?
Was it pizza? Wasn't it pizza?
I think it was bacon.
Bacon. Oh yeah, that's right. I ate bacon.
Bacon that you did.
Yeah, I took the big challenge.
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers.
So hearing you say that if you put possum and lab grown chicken next to each other and you would like want to know, like you would actually taste it, I think that says something.
Jeffrey Dahmer taking notes. Ooh, you could try some dinosaur.
Hey, so that's different.
Some real dino ribs?
Yeah, so that's a little different. Well, it's not going to have the actual rib. You know how it is. It's going to come up. It's going to come in a plastic package with some like face of like some kind of logo thing on it. It's going to be pink and like it's going to come in like a squished out slime tube, right? Like this isn't going to be an actual thing of ribs or a T-bone.
To be like real. I don't want grow a real dinosaur and butcher it. That's what I want.
That if I could get a loin. Can they choose the specific muscle that they're growing?
I don't know.
They
just shape it like a shape or something. I don't know what.
Because if we're getting rump roast, yes, I want to try Stegosaurus rump roast, but not as much as like a good, New York strip.
Yeah.
Starvation, is that the answer?
Lab grown. There you go.
All right. Cheek meat.
What's that giant shark? Megalodon. There you go.
Yeah. I bet that's a good shark. Although he didn't eat
without crabs. The catch. Just a cook.
Interesting. Saltwater 24/7 says, I'm eating a lab chicken over possum. Really?
Hey. Can be pretty nasty little critters.
I kind of feel like I bet you the lab-grown chicken tastes better, but man, I really want to lean possum on that one.
I think if you do some gravy with the possum, it's pretty good. I think it'd be all right.
With some gravy? A little ketchup?
Yeah, something on it. Gotta have
Ketchup.
something.
What if it's lab-grown ketchup?
Isn't that okay?
Is
No,
it not?
we have to have organic vegetables to make our ketchup. So yeah, that's not good.
It's
Where
where
they
they.
take the cell from.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of cell it is they use. That's one of the articles.
Been eating chicken butts.
You know, basically, yeah. So what they're doing is they're creating homegrown. I mean, they're basically growing hot dogs. You know, there's little bits of fingernail and stuff in there.
Do you guys remember the story came out? It's been a few years about the I forgot what they called it, but it was this pink slime-looking stuff.
Slime, yeah.
That was meat that they were feeding kids in school here.
Yep. I'm okay with it.
That's then you're fine with eating lab-grown shit. Don't even fake it.
No, because pink slime, this is just, it's the same thing. Like I like those surasimi sticks or whatever those are. I love those things. And all it is they put meat in a blender and they blend it into a paste and then they'll add some sugar and crap to it. And that's what your paste is.
They put in chicken buttholes and stuff like that.
They are not sitting there and selectively being like, okay, Jimmy,
What?
today we need at least 75 buttholes. You got to get all the buttholes out. They're not going and like selecting the piece.
When I was doing food safety stuff, one of the videos that still sticks in my mind was hot dogs. You know what they were making hot dogs with? They were scraping the floor in the butcher shop for everything that fell on the floor, and that's what went into the hot dog. So
yes,
I'm
it is.
just saying that slime probably gets the same treatment.
It does. It absolutely does. I'm not saying that that's high on my list. Like the surasimi is a little bit different, and I'm not saying I don't go to McDonald's, and I know that like the pink slime, that's one of their big things is the pink slime at McDonald's. So I'm not saying that is high on my list. I am totally okay with it. Like I want to know how to make my own. If I was shooting up a bunch of squirrels and possums and stuff like that, yes, I would remove the buttholes, but I will run that thing through a blender and make like my own finely minced hamburger meat. I'm okay with that.
Finally minced chicken buttholes.
I'll get Jimmy to go out there and I'll be like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get rid of these. I'm good.
That sounds like one step away from cannibalism. Like, you know what I mean? We're getting pretty far out there, but I'm just thinking that just doesn't sound right.
I don't know where cannibalism falls on that. You know, that is not on my list. I like to joke about these. That's not on my list.
I know what. It might sound kind of brutal. Maybe. Yeah, no, I'm going to say it. Those places, though, in the world where people are starving because they live where there's no food, ship them the lab-grown food so they don't starve to death.
I don't think it's cost effective. That's part of the problem. I don't like from what I heard, and what I heard like I don't know 15 years ago was that it was really expensive to produce it. It's not as expensive now, but it's like it is not cost effective to the point that this is the thing we ship off to. Now, that having been said, fucking grind up some roach bars and send them off. If I was starving in another country, seriously, and I'm just going to be straight up about it. Like, I'm not going to try to pass this off. Don't BS me like what the companies do. You know, like this is a product that seriously probably should be made, and you put a big old picture of a roach on it, and you let people know exactly what it is you're making, and you make that thing taste damn good, and you let them have the option of having this. Like, I would be totally, if I'm starving in another country, I'm totally okay with it.
There's a Sam Kinison or whoever it was, one of them comedians were talking about don't stop sending them food and send them U-Hauls. Move them where the food is.
That's no joke.
That's really old.
Yes, exactly.
I'll say it was Sam Kinison or something like that. It was. Crazy.
I've heard other people say
so. A lot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. You know what? A $1 popper lure? Yes, absolutely. That's going to be a good one. I'll tell you right now, and I don't know what to do about this, but a buddy of mine and I are looking at producing lures. We were able to outsource some here. I'm going to show you something real quick. This is actually the first time I've opened this. So they're all far as part of camera.
Behind the scenes of Stanley's.
Yeah, and Endeavor. So check this out. So these guys.
Layers of protection.
Well, a few. I mean, it's more protection than a bag of lab-grown meat.
No, there's no limit. Casey from JNC.
Hey.
Good to see you here.
All right.
We're all waiting, Stanley. Come on.
I don't know. It takes a second because they're delicate and special. So check this out.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna do a zoom in on this real quick here.
Yeah.
So that guy right there, like I would use that. I think that personally, I think that is a solid lure. That guy's good to go. And I'm not sure what price I would sell this for, but I'm guessing it's going to be about the $2 range. Is what I can sell this thing for.
Have you run it in the water to see what kind of action it has?
No, like I said, I just opened it up. This is a project that I have not been able to jump into, but it's like I said, it's something I'm considering. It's one of the things I got to do. Yeah, I got to see if it works.
Very cool.
But I'm assuming that it does. It looks balanced, and if it does, at a price point of $2, I'm kind of like, that's a good deal.
Yeah, that's not bad. $2 for a lure nowadays. People are paying $15, $20 for some lures.
Which is what I want to get into. That's what I want to do. But yeah, I'm not that caliber. I'm not going to lie about it.
Can we modify plant DNA for the climate and send it to them so they grow in their climate?
On that note, I mean, they've also got the plants that eat oil out of the ocean and things like that. Like, yeah, let's go ahead and modify some of that DNA.
There you go. We'll create some kind of creatures out of it. $5 on the cheap side, Stanley. So they're saying at least $5 for the lure.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, and I think that's that like I kind of have to weigh. Do I want to like try to really like go big time and get rich off of the stuff, or do I want to try to be that guy who's just like I'd like to make a profit off of it, but I also want to be honest, whatever, authentic, genuine, all those key word salad stuff.
Well, Japan says you guys copyright infringement. You're gonna get sued by Daiwa.
Be complete with it is entirely possible they came from the plant, and I didn't even know it. I'm not gonna lie. Another one there.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try them out. I don't do artificial fishing enough. I need to. $8. All yes. That's all. So what I'm hearing with this is that I can do $2.50 or $3, which I don't know. I have like a cost analysis that I'm looking at, but I want to say that $2.50 or $3 for one of those things, I'm rolling in it. Like that's a really good value.
Yeah, you need to make 60-80% profit on that.
Yeah, dude, I want to say it's like a 10x profit on that.
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. You got your first order right there.
I'll take 5. Nice. We'll talk. Yeah, I got to talk to my buddy. See, I need to do stuff. I need to experiment. I need to like actually look at my cost analysis.
Yeah, and get out there and actually use them and see how they work.
Yeah, and make sure that I haven't done any testing. I haven't done anything I need to. But I tell you what, I will make this a thing where I'll talk about it I'll be open. We can discuss this in the future here. If it is something that I can do like that, especially like if I can do like bulk order things on them, that's a completely different ballgame too. If I could sell them 5 at a time, I can do that for less than $15, whatever it is, eat all day long.
Yeah. Nice.
Dude, that would make my day. Yep. See, that's something I'm looking at is if I can do like a 5-pack maybe.
And you have to make sure that who's ever manufacturing can keep up with your demand.
From what I've been told, I think that we can do that.
Cool.
I think so. I need to look into it. I don't recall the specifics, but
Stanley's empire is starting.
Right. This is not Stanley. There's multiple people involved with this, including you got people like We Go Fishing, some of the stuff he's doing. Like, I want all of this under one umbrella.
But you're the face of the empire, Stanley.
Good squad. That's rough to fire me. We need a face.
Use Peter if you want, but
He looks worse than I do. What are you talking about?
Do I need to twitch a minnow lure?
It helps.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's so many ways to work a lure now, depending on the lure, that I think the people, and I'm not a great lure fisherman either, but I think the people that have the most success try different things until something works. And then sometimes the way it worked last week, right? They want a different presentation this week. Maybe you're slow rolling it, sinking it and popping it up off the bottom or whatever. And now all of a sudden they want a steady retrieve. It just, I think, so don't throw a lure and then think, well, I didn't get a bite, so I'm done with that lure. But throw it and try multiple ways of retrieving it.
That's exactly right. Yes, you need to twitch a minnow lure. You also need to try the other 6 or 10 other ways of doing it before you give up on the minnow lure.
Yeah. Agreed. And no limit to real. Beat me to it, man. No, we did it again. How many times are we going to do this? There we are. We're there.
Yeah, and you know what? That could change by the hour too. You know, you could be fishing in one spot and they'll hit it one way, and then you move to another spot and they're going to hit it a different way. Who knows?
That's just like trolling with lures, and how fast should I troll? Well, there's a lot of variables.
Yeah,
to determine that. Just mess
color,
around with it.
dragging that day.
Yeah, see what works.
When we were in Wisconsin, we were trolling, and it was a cloudy day. We had 7 or 8 rods out that we were trolling with, and we did an assessment of we were looking at okay, what do we have on each rod? We were putting out that 7th rod, and we've got chartreuse over here, we've got silver over here, red and gold, all these different colors. And Sean made the call. My brother-in-law made this call on this one, but we're naming off all the colors that we got on all the different rods, and he looks at us like we're the idiots. Deservedly so. And he basically just straight up says, it's a cloudy day and not one person has a silver lure on a cloudy day. Now, I'm used to saltwater, so that's a little bit different. It still holds.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different than that because I'll do silver all day long, and we typically don't do that up there at all. But yeah, I mean, he's making that call. Silver on a cloudy day is a very commonplace thing to do. And we weren't doing that at all. We deserved every bit of that flack.
Hey, what time is it? Are we getting close to? Do we have some photos tonight?
It is that time, yeah, because we've got a few to look at here. So before we do that, first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to my family up in Wisconsin, particularly my nephew Bryce here, who's just been killing it this entire time. He got himself just stud of a walleye here.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice.
And he's the one that got me out into the fish that I was doing. So we need to give this kid a pat on the back.
That one will eat good.
Yeah, it might have been a breeder. That one might have probably went back. Yeah, he's a cool kid too. My nephews are awesome. I love going up there with them. Nice one, Bryce. They got a 26 or a 28 inch the other day. They didn't get a picture of it, but that breeder went back.
Wow.
But that's real close to mountain size.
Yeah, hell yeah. Great.
Appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Keep it up, Bryce.
Yeah, man.
And okay, so it's time. We need to take a look at our. Here we go. Photos of the week. This is courtesy of the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description down below. So if you haven't joined on this, you joined us on the server, you really need to. We have a lot of fun in there, and it's a great way of enjoying everybody else's fishing trips vicariously when you aren't able to do so. I know that's what I do every single day in there. So kicking things off, we got Vesuvian. How rad is that? They went up to the Mississippi Aquarium and just went diving in the thing. I didn't even know you were allowed to do that. I don't know what the extra cost is for taking a spear gun with you.
Top left, pork fish. I've eaten one of those. Wow, that's cool. You got to have the mouthpiece in and all that other. They're hooked to a line that's up above. I know there's companies that sell things like that you can buy and go out on a boat with, but that's pretty neat.
The scuba?
But yeah, that's pretty neat.
There's a couple of different places, but really like where I really try to get the photos, because I have a tendency of missing photos from time to time. Like I missed all the photos from my brother's trip out to when they went red snapper this week, because I just lost everything that was sent to me. The Discord server, and like I said, there's a link in the description down there. The Discord server, there's a channel for photos. That's where I pull the photos first and foremost, is out of that section. It can get a little bit hairy trying to get from DMs and text messages and Messenger and stuff like that. Next up, we got Bailey, gone fishing in EVR. And mind you guys, this is, since we were out last week, we have 2 weeks worth of photos here. No, we're not going to be flying through them, and I was a little bit selective about the ones that we got. We do have a lot to look at, though, and some of these are going to be from a couple of weeks ago. You'll see some names once or twice on this list here.
Nice. Bailey's got that thing's a porker. Look at their belly.
Yeah. That one in EVR, dude. That 17 and the 16. Those are some big time bass.
Yep. Yep. Doing good, guys.
Yeah, keep going with that. I guess it's just that time of year where the big boys start to come out.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that trout. Oh man, look at that flounder.
Yeah, Michael.
Good Lord.
Michael's got to rub it in with some good catches there, and he's always got to drop a flounder on me.
Got a cat. Yeah, nice looking red ear. Golly, what a lot of fish there.
Yep. All kinds of good catches happening here, and we got. Check this out.
What is that top left?
Some kind of a carp or something. I don't know.
Is it? Wow. What's that 57-pounder?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that thing is.
Like a pacu or something like that? It looks like
that can't be a 57-pound piranha. It's got to be some kind of.
No, not a piranha. Huh? I don't know. That thing's huge. Nice smallmouth down there in the bottom left.
Is it a Aeon? Is that a package? Is it really? Can you confirm on that?
Wow.
Hey, yeah, dude. That smallmouth, that was I forget what the numbers were on that, but that and that walleye are both pops. Pops had a couple of good shots, a couple of good fish, and yeah, that was a
very
slab
nice.
of a smallmouth.
Very impressive fish.
Good ones. Gib Noob. Okay, so you're going to see him scattered throughout. I'm assuming, like the way that Gib Noob posted throughout here, he was catching walleye like once every 18 hours. He'd get one big one. So you're going to see like walleye posted throughout over here.
Oh, somebody got him a little tarpon.
Big Hit Savage getting out there. And of course, we could have dedicated an entire slideshow to catches that he was doing, of course. Tearing it up. One of his best catches the last 2 weeks, though, was that tarpon that he managed to get himself into.
Looks like Juicy's got himself a smallmouth, too.
Mm-hmm. And that's his trout up top also.
Nice. Boy, a lot of people catching fish.
Good ones, too. Good fish. So, okay.
What the what?
This is the guy who had that big pacu, and he had the on the side over here. I can't pronounce his name. Catafofino.
Yeah.
You call him Nene.
Yeah.
He's got that nice peacock bass. He had a couple of good catches, and then he posted this, and I just cannot Nene gets it. This is the best fishing photo I've just bar and away. Just so everybody knows, this is the fishing photo winner for the week. This takes the cake.
Oh my goodness. Woo!
Am I wrong? Anybody who disagrees, is this not just the most epic fishing photo you've ever seen in your life? To me, that's just like sells it right. It's all kinds of things. He's got the good catch. He's got the glasses, the confident look. He's got the car. He's got the bait caster. He's got the girl, the Haribo.
Yeah, he got everything.
Yeah, saltwater. I don't know, dude. That maybe I could have sold it a little bit better. I don't know, but to me, this is it. This is the life. I'm sold.
Question. Where's the boat?
The car, and the car's from like 1987, but pristine.
Yeah, I can't tell what it is.
So, Nene, keep it up, bro. You're living the life. And then we got big hit. We go fishing. Social. A couple of the guys getting themselves some good old fashioned saltwater catches. Social got that on his birthday, by the way.
Wow, that's a nice snook. Mm-hmm. Looks like he caught it in the surf. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Thick.
These are all pretty much the catches that I'm like most jealous of
right
there. That is
a
stick snook. That is a big time pompano, one of my favorites. And then of course that big redfish.
I'm not even going to act like I know what those other ones are up there.
Some kind of mackerel, and I don't know what kind of snapper that is.
Yeah.
Outside my wheelhouse. I'm sure they're great eating though. And that redfish, that's apparently they got that on their new boat.
Yeah, I hit them up on that because they posted on Facebook, hey, we went out, traveling 50 miles an hour on the new boat and caught a redfish. And I'm like, video? And they said, the video on the new boat's coming. So
okay.
Mark,
good, Mark.
You got to have priorities, man. Order McDonald's or something.
There's Gunpoint. So he's got getting another one of those cases where he just like went out and did way too much to fit into one slide.
All of those are him?
He's been tearing it up on the kayak.
Wait. He is killing it.
Yeah.
Was that the heavy lifters or whatever group you call them?
The weightlisters. Yeah. He's like, I might as well not even like bother taking him off of that. He's on there like every week.
Yeah.
He's also one of our moderators, so it's kind of unfair, but I'm just gonna let it slide because he puts in the work.
Good looking fishes.
Yep. And he does a YouTube channel, the Iowa Fisherman, which we'll be talking about that. He's one of those ones we're going to be bringing on at some point here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we need to, because he puts a lot of work and effort into his videos. He's brand new, just started, and on top of that, his videos are really, really good. So
let's do it.
Yeah.
Ooh, striper, bass,
big old ling. I like that ling.
I was gonna say that's a cobia, man. Golly, nice. Look at the big red snapper too. Ow.
Yeah.
Nice. I can't even tell what that is that Reaper has up there. It looks like something belongs in an aquarium.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. He had a couple pictures of it though. And then we got these guys over here. Pretty perch down at the bottom, and I like that pike.
Those perch aren't here in the States. That's got to be somewhere else. Those red fin ones. Barren.
Really? I didn't know.
Barren.
Man, I want to say he's from the States. That's no, maybe not. Maybe not. He's got another picture here. And you're right. That one on the top left of his photos, I don't recognize what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Also, Ninja, awesome shark, man.
Yeah.
Deserve a pat on the back for that one. It's a good one. I bet you money that thing put up a heck of a fight.
Ooh, look at that trout.
There's Barron again. So that's another, I think that's his PB trout right there.
On some fugitive. Look at those bass. Look at the bellies on them. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ronnie got a kitty cat. Theo got one too.
Some good ones in there.
Man, there are.
And interesting side note on this species seeker in the top left corner, that is a French bass.
Oh, oui, it is a French bass. Oh.
We're getting wide pinkies up around here with this stuff. Bass fishing isn't just Big Hit Savage anymore.
Oh. Ooh. Oh man, that's a red, right? I can't see it.
Top left is a Atlantic cod.
Is it? Holy cow!
Yeah.
That's a beast.
And yeah, you're right. He does. He hangs like a redfish.
God,
Got so much just girth to him.
Nice trout on the bottom. And bear, and that one don't count unless you hunted it and you have steaks from it.
The key to that guy right there is that what's missing in the photo is the grill is right to the left of him, and he's just warming it up, and he's just waiting to get on the grill. He's just
waiting for the grill to be ready. Nice.
And Blitz, that's just a gorgeous photo, I gotta say right there. Clean.
Yeah. Oh man.
Now we talked about this a minute ago. I did not get the picture of our tiger muskie when I was up in Wisconsin. So I saw this and I was like,
sweet.
I was doing that number right there, being mad about it.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Nice walleye, bass.
Just give nude with some more walleye, yeah.
Bags, I don't know, is that striper or white bass?
It's a striper, and I forget, that was either a PB or the first of the year or something like that.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Man.
Banana, that is a heck of a catch, man. Like, seriously, big pat on the back for that.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, super nice.
Really jealous of that one.
Yeah, not even kidding. Really am. That's a good one. There he is. Baltov still in the house. He finally was able to get out there and get himself some fish along with some of these other guys. And, of course, Carlos.
Gil. What is that Carlos is holding? I can't even tell what that is.
Every time this is the third live stream in a row where he has been on just posting one of these crazy pictures like this of just like the fish that we have no idea what it is, and it's amazing looking, like it should be in like a fishing mag.
Yeah, the angle he's got it turned at too. It's just, is that your new lure hanging out of its mouth, Stanley?
Right.
That's a picture.
Oh, that's salesmanship right there. I like that. It could be. I should send a couple to him.
See a little sucker there, red horse sucker, or where they are in the middle up there.
So, Ben, I don't know if somebody's been in your ear about this. We had a conversation behind the scenes over in the Discord server, and yes, if we get more than one, I'm fine with that, but I'm going to let you do that to me. I'm not going to decide if it's more than one. That's a lot of work. It's more work on my end, and I'm tired. I spent like 3 hours putting the slideshow together. Maltov, good catches, by the way, man. Keep that coming.
Definitely. Man.
Some more pickles. That's another offshore tripper. He got out there, got himself into some big tuna. Of course, Bags got himself a little silky.
Yeah.
Chain pickerel getting offshore, getting in
got mahi up there. Tuna down there. Got some salty fish on there too.
Good ones. That's some good eating right there. All of these guys, everybody in this whole slide right here gained weight after last week.
Yeah. Oh man. See, there's another one of that bottom left, Mark C. I don't know.
Yeah. All the way around. Good fishing, guys. Good catch. Yeah. Keep up with that.
Definitely.
And then we got these guys.
Somebody filling a box full of fish.
Yeah, it's a buddy of mine, Santa.
Johnny, I don't even want to know what you're about to do to that poor little bass.
I can appreciate it, Johnny. I prefer that to roach bars and lab-grown meat. So, my apologies for us running so late here, guys, but it is that time. We need to select our photographer of the week. And, of course, I think it's pretty obvious who our options are going to be this week, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially holding the fish in front of your face. That's the perfect photo right there. I'm kidding. I am, Sam.
I appreciate you guys for sending in these photos, by the way, making me do extra work for them tiny little bluegills and everything else you got there, guys. Thank you for that. All right, time to cast your vote for our photographer of the week. And, of course, anybody who wins this is going to be added to our 2024 Wall of Fame, which we are over halfway through with for the year. So let's see who's going to be added to the wall. It's your turn to Let us know what's going on with that. We got Carlos 26 Blitz, Fenwick Themed, and Kev Fishes. Cast your vote in the chat now.
I like all those photos.
I agree.
I love the uniqueness of that fish, but he's holding it in a weird angle, so I'm not sure what it could be.
I kind of like.
I love the smile in C. You get the smile and you get the fish.
There's some thrill in that. Yeah.
Yeah. B, you got the angler and the fish.
I think B that's just like A and B are. That's like A is quality, awesome looking photo of fishing. B is just that young joy of being out there and being out and doing it. But then on top of that, you have a little less photo quality with C, but it's joy. That is happiness.
And then D, you got a monster.
Exactly, and then this D's got a complete slab.
It's the first time I didn't have my selection right away. Usually I'm on the first to vote. Oh, man, I'm torn between the uniqueness of A and the smile, happy angler in C. I don't see C getting any love, so that's where I'm throwing my love.
Oh, really? That's not. I might be going the same. Let me write this down here. No love for C. All right.
Pretty spread out though. It looks like A's doing pretty good, and then A and D seem to be the dominant. There's some B in there, but
let's see. I'm counting up votes now. A, B, A, D, A.
Yeah, it's a landslide, pretty much. If you haven't voted yet, get your vote in, folks.
Yep. Got about 30 more seconds on this one, but you're right. We do have a little bit of a landslide on it. Right now, it is Carlos that is winning with it.
And I don't hate that.
I don't hate it either. It is a solid photograph.
It is.
And if that gets added to the Wall of Fame, I've got zero issues with that. It is a good photo to add to it.
Ooh, there's another C.
Not that any of these are bad ones.
Still A winning it.
While we're finishing up the vote on this, guys, because we are running at time, please let us know now what it is you are going to be doing this weekend that we have to look forward to next week. We're going to hold you accountable on that one. This is your chance to let everybody know what you got coming on. We got one more for C with Malta.
Yeah, I'm looking at A still.
Looks to me like it is going to be A that walks away with this. Carlos, congratulations. You got another one on the Wall of Fame. A big pat on the back to X-Blix, Fenwick Fiend, and Kev Fishes. You guys did a fantastic job. Also, of course, a big pat on the back to our weekly Waitlister Award winners, Nick G, Mark C, Pickles, Gunpoint Llama, Big Hit Savage, Baron, Banana, Cyan, Kid Noob, Juicy, and Gone Fishing. You guys are freaking awesome. And we really love and appreciate that we get to enjoy your fishing experiences vicariously through the photos that you send to us. For anybody else who's interested in getting in on that, of course, there's a link to the Discord server in the description of this video down below. We'd love to have anything that you got.
So we got Ben just hoping the weather holds. It sounds like he plans to do some fishing.
I hear that.
No Limit's going to float the river and do some fishing. That's nice.
That better be like 17 TikTok videos.
And Mark says he's got to clean up after a tornado at his campground. Ouch.
I've had a couple to drink, and I read that as a tomato.
Somebody threw a tomato at him at the campground.
I can see that happening. I'm hoping to do a little bit of fishing myself this week. We'll see. While we got just all kinds of not hurricane happening here. John, how about yourself?
Boat work.
That's fun too. It
needs to be done. I enjoy it for the most part.
Also hope you get a couple of videos out of that too.
Oh yeah, I'm working on those while I do it.
Good. All right. Well, that having been said, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Obviously, it is a blast getting to gather with you every Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing you again when we do this next Tuesday. Go out and have yourself a wonderful weekend. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Peace out, folks.